Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in once again this week. We're going to go ahead and just jump right into the news, what's going on in the country of Laos at the moment, because at the end of this broadcast, I want to take a couple minutes of your time to show you a little something that I found very interesting. So let's see what's happening in the country of Laos. Laos is currently being accused of buckling the Chinese pressures by allowing multiple gambling venues to be opened in the country. The casino boom has been fueled mostly by investors from China who have pressured authorities into approving gambling establishments. Currently, tourists from Thailand, China, and countries where gambling is strictly forbidden are flocking to Lao casinos, which are currently operated as joint ventures between Chinese investors and the Lao government. Authorities in Vientiane argue that the gambling venues bring in much-needed revenue to the resource-starved state, which is currently ranked amongst the poorest countries in Southeast Asia. Aside from only one casino, the majority of all gambling establishments in Laos are backed by China-based companies. Two of these casinos are currently in tax-free special economic zones. Lao government officials, speaking on conditions of anonymity, stated that authorities welcome the gambling business not only for the revenue they bring to the government as joint ventures, but also as a magnet for tourists. Another magnet for tourists? Shopping malls. However, there will be a wait for any major retail developments anytime soon. Construction of Laos's largest shopping complex has been suspended after international developers ran out of funds despite having already collected rent from future retailers. Singaporean company Regal Global Investments, the major developer for the planned $50 million Regal Mega Mall in Vientiane, has been collecting lease money from tenants in September 2011. A merchant who acquired a lease stated that the company had not explained how the construction halt would affect those like him who had already paid for future space in the mall. Connecting Laos and China? A rail project that will attempt to connect the Lao capital Vientiane to China is currently raising opposition. Dubbed the Laos-China High-Speed Railway Line, the project has an estimated cost projected over $7 billion. Last week, the Lao government gave the go-ahead to resume construction despite a major Chinese developer pullout from the original joint venture. Although no longer backed by Chinese developers, Laos is planning on continuing construction via Chinese-funded loans from Exim Bank of China to cover the costs of current construction. The loan itself is considered a, quote, sovereign loan guarantee, unquote, which includes revenues from the project and all project assets, but also royalties from Chinese mining operations. These include a gold and copper mine in Savannah Gate, as well as Asia's largest bauxite mine. Lao Deputy Prime Minister Simsavat Lengsavath claims that the project will benefit Laos in the long run. However, Laos's acceptance of the conditions by Exim Bank of China is stated to put the rail project, and I quote, practically under China's control even without it having to make any investment, unquote. Alright, I guess that's what's currently going on in the country of Laos. Now, if you remember at the beginning of this broadcast, I specifically wanted your attention because I wanted to share something with you. If you were so kind to tune into the last broadcast, you would have heard this audio clip right here. Tell me like a random cool fact about your country.
Stuff on lands that you gotta watch out for, landmines.
Landmines?
That's all I heard.
So when you think of Laos, you think of landmines. What do you associate landmines with? Like,
there's danger on the coast. Before getting on the inside, I feel like things were just left out that were never set off. So I've been scared to just ever walk on the coast.
Things that were left out and were never set off. We can assume what this gentleman was talking about, and that's going to be the tons and tons of unexploded ordnance left in the country of Laos. That's actually going to be the subject of our next broadcast. I thank you for tuning in this week. Please stay tuned for the next one, and just want you to know, your questions, your concerns, your comments are always appreciated. As usual, have an outstanding day.